the subscribe button.
Former University of Michigan football coach Sharon Moore is appearing in court. On Wednesday, as you may know, he was fired as coach, and then shortly after he was arrested. Now we have learned that he's facing 3 charges: home invasion, stalking, and breaking and entering. The university has said that Sharon was fired for cause after finding out he was engaged in, quote, an inappropriate relationship with a staff member. We are looking at his first court appearance. Let's listen in.
In light of the factual scenario that gives rise to these charges, my best understanding from a thorough review of the police report and as much body-worn camera as I've had an opportunity to review is that I understand that our victim broke up. They had an intimate relationship for a number of years, defendant and victim, that our victim broke up with this defendant on Monday morning early, that there continued to be defendant making numerous phone calls and sending numerous texts from that time moving forward that she did not answer, did not respond to, and did not want. That eventually she presented herself to the University of Michigan, cooperated in some form of investigation there. As we all now know, defendant was at some point on Wednesday afternoon fired from his employment. He then, at some point soon thereafter, came to her apartment in the address that is alleged in the complaint, barged his way into that apartment, immediately then proceeded to a kitchen drawer, grabbed several butter knives and a pair of kitchen scissors, and began to threaten his own life. I'm going to kill myself. I'm going to make you watch. My blood is on your hands. You ruined my life. And a series of very, very threatening, intimidating, terrible.
Y'all, he was gonna slit his throat with a butter knife. What was he gonna do with some butter knife? A butter knife? A butter knife can't even cut through the bagel. You gotta go through the other drawer and get the real knife to cut the bagel. Once you toast that bagel, you gotta really cut it. The butter knife ain't useful for nothing but butter. He's sitting there, I'm gonna cut my throat. It's the blood gonna be on your hands with a butter knife? At least get a steak. That's how you know he wasn't serious about doing nothing to himself. He wasn't serious. He went and got a butter knife. He knew the other drawer over there got the steak knives. Why he ain't go and grab one of them? Why he ain't go grab some other tool? Michigan, I think they're a gun-friendly state. Why he ain't go get nothing else? He gonna go to the drawer and get a butter knife. Ain't nobody in this world worth killing yourself over, especially with a butter knife. That would be gruesome. You need her hands to help you too. You need 2 sets of hands to drill a butter knife through your throat. Man, this dude is so nuts and so psycho. They got him sitting in a little closet. He can't even sit in the courtroom. That's how crazy this man is for doing this. Cause ain't no num, ain't no good enough for me to crash out, lose my job. I got fired on my day off. Just like Craig, you got fired on your day off. And then your main side piece, mind you, you married, so you shouldn't even have a side piece. Your main side piece break up with you on Monday. You at her house, broke into her house, stalking her, about to kill yourself. What? You got a contract for $30 million. You can't find another one? You can't just go home? You got another one? Man, you like playing in the snow. You married the snow. Just wait a couple more weeks. It's gonna snow in Michigan. You're gonna have a whole bunch of snow outside you can play with. You stuck over one snow bunny? Come on, bruh. You deserve to get fired. You deserve to get shamed. And I'm not making fun of nobody that have these negative suicidal thoughts, but damn, if you go and attempt at your life, make an attempt to remove yourself, don't grab the damn butter knife, because ain't nobody gonna believe that. He ain't got one mark, one scratch. He ain't got the little cuts on it. This man was fooling around. He was just trying to get her back. You know dudes be doing that. Oh, if you don't get back with me, I'm gonna end it all. Just thinking that's gonna get the woman back. It don't work. It don't work. He tried it. It don't work.
Quite frankly, statements and behaviors there in that apartment. It was only then, Your Honor, when the victim, she called her attorney and then at some point indicated she was going to call the police, and then he left. And so, Your Honor, while I understand that there isn't evidence to suggest that he directly threatened the victim with any of those implements that I've indicated, the totality of the behavior is highly threatening and highly intimidating. She was terrorized, Your Honor.
Mr. Moore, could you state your name, please?
Ron Moore.
Sir, you are not to use alcohol, marijuana, or or any other controlled substance that is not prescribed to you. You are not to possess or purchase a firearm or any other dangerous weapon. You are not to engage in criminal conduct of any kind whatsoever. You may not leave the state of Michigan without permission of the court. Prior to your release, you will be placed on a GPS tether. You will not be released before that GPS tether is placed upon you. You must continue all mental health treatment as a condition of your bond. The named victim in this case will not be placed on the record. You may not have contact with that individual. That means no calling, no writing, no video chatting, no texting, no emailing, or any other form of contact the human mind can possibly fathom. No one in the world thinks that this person is going to reach out to you. Should they do so, and again, no one thinks that they're going to, you may not reply in any form or fashion. The named victim's address will not be placed on the record. You may not go to that location for any reason whatsoever. Are we understood on the no contact and no go-to, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you have any questions about that, you have a good attorney, simply ask them. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Man, they got him doing all these mental health evaluations and going to all these mental health classes. Being P-whipped, I didn't know that was a mental illness. That's all he is. He really ain't want to hurt himself. But whenever you got a prosecutor with her glasses like this, talking the totality of the situation, I think that we should hold him and the whole scope and the soliloquial orifices of the situation and how we have a holistic viewpoint on all the incumbents of the situation. Yeah, he going to jail. Yeah, he going to prison. Yeah, he ain't getting off. That woman, that's a dangerous woman. She barely got an undershirt on. Oh, you see all them bones coming through? Yeah, she vegan. He going to jail. He going to jail. But man, I can't imagine going from a mansion to being in this closet. Because he probably can't even go home. He done embarrassed his wife, embarrassed the kids. And in situations like this, you need family to support you. In the Shannon Sharp situation, at least he wasn't married and he didn't betray his family in his marital vows in that situation so that his family didn't feel guilty in supporting him. Now, the people that are supposed to support him are the same people that he betrayed. He can't go back to that home. That's her home now. Because if I'm her. I'm going to wait till this case finish. I'm going to be all nice, man. Oh, babe, I love you. It's okay. Wait till the case finish and he gets sentenced, and I'm going to divorce him while he in prison. Because, lady, his wife, don't take that chance. He already stalked the other woman. What you think he going to do to you? And yeah, I don't think he gonna get no butter knives the second time. He gonna be serious. I think so. So if I'm the wife, I'ma fake it. Oh yeah, come, you ain't gotta sleep on the couch, so come sleep in the bed. Then once he gets sentenced and he really do some prison time, because I guarantee he gonna do some prison time. It's crazy to go from a $30 million man to a prisoner within the time span of 72 hours. That's crazy. Look at him wearing this cheap white jumpsuit. But I'm faking it, and then once he get locked up, he gonna get the papers right as he meeting his new cellie. They're gonna say mail time, Mr. Sharon, mail time, Mr. Sharon. You gonna see that divorce paper right there on the top of it, and I'm gonna come for everything. I need all the assets. I'm running him broke. You ain't gonna about to embarrass me like that over some side. You pee-whipped over the side. Man, you know how disrespectful that is to the wife. The wife done gave you kid, done give her whole life to you. You whipped over the side piece? The side? Oh, nah. Yeah, she gotta leave. You gotta leave. Yeah, she gotta leave him. He a menace to society. Look at him.
Will be set in the amount of $25,000 cash surety, as requested by the prosecution's office.
25,000.
Court
That's it?
Determine innocence or guilt. This court determines flight risk and community safety. The court finds with these conditions in place, it has been met. Mr. Simon, we are setting probable cause conference at this time for January 8th due to the holidays and scheduling. Is that a good court date for you?
Shaq, you've been covering this for days. We learned a lot in that hearing from the prosecutor. I was summing it up before you came outside, but this is a lot of new information about this relationship that we didn't know before.
Yeah. Absolutely, and it kind of backs up the timeline a little bit. You know, this all started, we were caught wind of this on Wednesday, of course, when we first heard from the university about his firing. But based on what the prosecution was saying, this is something that dates back to Monday, when apparently a relationship between the former coach of Michigan football and an unnamed woman by design, broke up. And according to the prosecutor, that's what led to this series of stalking, a lot of text messages and phone calls. And then after apparently she went to the university on Wednesday, that's when he showed up at her house again, according to the prosecutors. Now, the defense in this in that hearing, you mentioned, they said they weren't able to review the police body camera video. They weren't able to review the police report. So we didn't get any response or rebuttal to the facts that were laid out by the prosecutors. I believe actually the attorneys are speaking right now, so we'll see if they have any update or what they're saying in response to the allegations that are being made. But I think the big thing is we know that this did not start on Wednesday. We can even say it really didn't start on Monday, but really it was an extended relationship, a romantic relationship that ended up, in the words of the prosecutors, violently.
Yeah, and to that point, Shaq, I think we heard the defense side say, I wrote down, I have no ability to respond to these representations, because he was just hearing them for the first time, it sounded like. Danny, let me bring you back in and keep Shaq here too. This is startling, and for this football program and for this university, Shaq, this is a very big story. It's going to affect the future, potentially, of the football program. There are people out there, seniors in high school, who I know you were saying to us this morning, there may be some who won't show up, who won't come to the university because of this. It could affect them pretty gravely.
Without a doubt. I mean, this is one of the most storied football franchises, college football franchises in history. You know, we go back and, we go back to the sign stealing scandal that was talked about. This is a program that has really been dealt its share of hits. And, you know, our team was on campus yesterday talking to students, talking to teachers, and they're really rocked by this. This is a shocking allegation. There was a lot of commentary about the facts that were there that were laid out before we even heard what the prosecutors had to say. But this is something that's going to continue to ripple out across the university. Yeah. And then you mentioned the impact this is going to have on the future program. We know that the football team does have that Citrus Bowl game, but this is something that people are going to look at for weeks to come, especially when you talk about
Now, this is going to be looked at for eternity. Being serious, the impact of this is everlasting. First off, the wife and the kids are also victims in this. They're going to have to live with this forever. Also, the school's going to have to live with this, because now, if I'm a player, I'm questioning the integrity of every coach going forward. You're a coach who's here to lead young men, or sometimes boys, and grow them into men using the sport of football, because everybody's not going to the NFL. And you're put in charge of that task to grow these boys into men, and this is what you're doing outside of practice. You tell them, hey, make sure you're on time for practice, do what you're supposed to do, handle your classes, make sure you watch what you're doing off the field. But then as the head coach, this is what you're doing. You, the head coach, not the coach who's just being a head coach don't mean you just get head whenever you want to. Y'all need to stop playing around with people's lives, especially people that did not make decisions to be here. The kids. I'm always going to refer back to the kids. Second, I no longer want to hear people complain about, oh, there's not enough black coaches in football, because this is what happens. There was another case of another coach who got fired. I forgot. That might have been another Michigan football team who got fired for a similar situation like this. I don't think he crashed out and went to jail, but he was cheating and got found out. So I don't want to hear anybody complaining about why there are not enough coaches, when the coaches, when they're given this opportunity, they messing it up for everybody else. And don't bring up the white coaches. Just because some people is doing bad don't mean you get to do bad. When you are in a position that a lot of people don't get to be in, and you are a pioneer for others, you really have to be on your A game. You really have to know that you're representing for a lot of other people. So I no longer want to hear that. And the reason this impact is everlasting is because this guy was so young, and he had one of the top 10 coaching jobs, college coaching jobs that there is. This is not him losing 30 million. This is him losing a lifetime career of earnings. This has minimized his chances in college as a college coach, a coordinator, any type of position, even a trainer, even a hype man, even a masseuse, whatever. That's over with. This has also minimized his chances of going and becoming an NFL coach in any type of capacity. So he really, through this one situation with this woman, in which, first off, he should have never been engaging with this woman and having a wife at the same time. That's wrong. So fellas, you out there doing dirt in the dark, it's all going to come to the light. Y'all need to stop playing around with y'all lives and other people's lives and man up and be serious. If y'all don't like the situation y'all got at home, mend it, fix it, resolve it, or leave it. Don't leave people in shambles and mess up their lives and embarrass them and embarrass the kids just for your own lustful desires. Guys, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm out of here. Peace.